my dudes, my buddies, my G's, Ian Taylor here. So, this is my first ever solo reaction video. Little bit of background, okay? So, I decided to start doing this because I guested on my buddy Black Pegasus's podcast. It's called the 40-Year-Old FUQ Boys. Be sure to check it out. They do a lot of awesome reactions on that channel. But I guessed it. I had a really, really, really fun time. It seemed like the audience really enjoyed me being there too. And so I was like, there's a lot of music out there that I've never heard, that I've never been exposed to. And I thought of, what better way to do reactions, what better way to like learn new music and to enjoy all of these up and coming artists than doing reaction videos. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm sure that a lot of you guys who watch have already listened to the stuff that I'm going to be reacting to. That's okay. It's more, you get to see somebody actually see stuff for the very first time. And I'm sure that down the line, there'll be a lot of artists that I've never heard of that we react to on here. And all of these are going to be blind reactions, not things that I've, seen before or anything like that. The reaction that I did on Black Pegasus's channel was just, my first time seeing Ren. And so this is my second time seeing Ren. And I hope you guys enjoy the reaction. We're just going to go ahead and get right into it, to be honest. I'm going to be reacting to Sick Boy because I asked for suggestions. This one came up a lot. And I just love Ren. Ren is great. So let's get into it. Let's go ahead and see what's popping here. All right, let's see what this song is all about. Already I'm seeing a lot of so the stuff that we reacted to from Ren before on Peace channel had so much guitar, and it was very melodious, and it obviously had its tense moments and stuff like that, but this is a complete 180. And I know he self-produces a lot of his stuff, but I like going from the guitar Ren to this super intense, stringy, wild ride that we're already getting out of this production. I'm already into it. Let's keep going.
And thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for seeing me.
Looking at your file here, it seems there's a very apparent interplay with your emotional state and your physical body. Have you ever heard of the trauma response?
I don't think so.
Basically, our bodies can get stuck in a negative feedback loop. Our subconscious can repeat patterns from the past, which can have a pretty drastic downstream effect on our biology.
It's true too, because it's talking about how there's a negative feedback loop. And so basically, like, if your mind is in control of everything, right? Your mind is in control of your body, your perception of the world. It is in control of all of that. And so if your mind is sick and it's constantly telling your body to give up, to quit, to do whatever, your body eventually, no matter how strong it is going to feel like it does need to give up. And I know that Ren suffers from Lyme disease and maybe some other things. I haven't done too much research into what he suffers from, but it's interesting that, so he's talking to this therapist right now, and first of all, she's not even giving him a chance to speak, really. She's just talking a lot, talking. But she is bringing up a good point of the negative feedback loop and how your mind is in control of the body, and when that starts happening, when bad things start happening to the mind, worse things can start happening to the body, and everything just starts to break down, in a sense. Right? Am I wrong there? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Let's keep going.
Essentially, your mind is making you sick.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Ooh, the choir's cool. I like how it's doing these quick paces too, because the pig's back. So the quick shots on the camera there are adding a lot of anxiety, and it's almost like a peek into Ren's brain. You know what I mean? It's almost a peek into what he's doing, or what he's thinking, and what his mental state is. He's seeing this person talking, but is he really hearing it? Because he's so in his own head that she's talking at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and his brain is trying to keep up while also dealing with all of these other things that are going on. And then the pig's back. So now I wonder, because we did on P's podcast, we did this review of High Ren, and the pig wheeled him into the room. Now I'm starting to wonder, what's the symbolism of this pig? Is it, I mean, it could be his inner demons. It could be, I mean, even it could be big pharma. It could be society as a whole, just all of the demons of society. It could be a lot of things. It's interesting to see the pig back. I'm curious of what the symbolism is in regards to the pig. And these quick shots, man, he's just looking so frantic. Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy, looking for that fix boy, anabolic steroids, damn so, poster boy, pass out, white noise, quick fix, snake oil, I'm about to break boy. That's interesting, because he's not just talking about, he's literally saying, like, he says, bitten by a tick boy. He's playing off of the Lyme disease stuff. He's the stem cells poster boy, you know, and he's giving these 2 thumbs up saying, like, yeah, you know, but inside you can tell that that's not really how he feels. And then he says, pass out, white noise, quick fix, snake oil, I'm about to break, boy. Like, he's like, quick fix, snake oil, because snake oil is that old-timey, you know, that remedy that all the old-time traveling salesmen would go around with and say, this is a cure-all. It'll cure your plague. It'll cure your cancer. It'll cure whatever it is that you have. It's the cure-all, you know, and it was obviously just a placebo or a fake remedy. And so he's over here dealing with an actual sickness and trying to find things that work to make him better. And yet there's all of these, even by Big Pharma, even by people that are legitimate sources of medicine, there's still these quick fixes, all of this stuff. And really all of what these things add up to is just people trying to make money, right? It's just a commodity. And so I really like where he's going with this. I really, really, really like this. And it's got lyrical, you know, lyrical tendencies inside of it, where he's being very lyrical and dense lyrical patterns and rhyme schemes and things like that. But the message is I think, going to be a cut above the lyricism in this one.
White noise, quick fix, snake oil, I'm about to break, boy. Oh, what a shame, he's in pain, have another go. Take another pill, here, take a couple more.
Oh, and she smiles when she says that. She's like, here, take another pill. Like that's totally Big Pharma just being like, you know, we could probably find a cure for this, but instead we're going to find a freaking treatment. You know what I mean? He's playing on the selfishness of Big Pharma and these medicinal companies, and he, like, just that little sly, here, take another pill, with a smile on her face, like, oh man, the audacity. I love it.
Let's see how you're doing in another week or so. You'll be feeling worse when the side effects will show. Derealization, medical patient, losing patience with the process, walking hand in hand with Satan, complications with the medication, inflammation, dehydration, like, he's got these aggravation. The rhyme schemes are super, super dense here, but he's talking about all of these emotions that really have everything to do with he's stuck in this place. You know what I mean? He's stuck in this, my body is failing me, my mind is starting to fail me, and you guys have the ability to fucking help me, and you're just giving me more pills, hand over hand, pill after pill, just sucking every dollar you can out of my insurance and myself, just so that you guys can make a profit. And even in this next line, he's going to say, building up a toleration. I can just see the lyrics there. He and I'm assuming that's going to talk about how he's building up a tolerance to these pills, and he needs more, and he needs more, and he needs more, and more, and more, and more, and he's just stuck in this cycle. And the entire time, this therapist is just staring at him, feeding him more. She's supposed to be there to help him, and yet he's not being helped. He's just being treated. You know what I mean? Aggravation, building up a toleration. Drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown. I've been feeling like I'm drowning with my feet upon the ground. I've been screaming, I've been shouting, but I never make a sound. I've been looking for a way out, but I always seem to drown.
Is this all making sense, Ren?
He's like, he feels like he's drowning while he's standing when he's got his 2 feet on the ground. And then he says, what does he say there? He says, I've been looking for a way out, but I always seem to drown. So he's just trapped in this cycle. It's, oh man, I love this. The music is bringing such a cool intensity to it too, because, you know, you could easily just make these lyrics into like an emotional an emotional piano or a guitar solo song, and he chose to go aggressive with it because he's not sad about this stuff. It doesn't sound like he's sad about it. It sounds like he's angry. He's frustrated. He's battling through this, and he feels like he's at war with not just his body and his mind. He's at war with society. He's at war with the world because the world is monetizing medicine. It's monetizing medicine at a scale that nothing else on the planet is monetized at. The cost of making a pill is not even close to a fraction of the cost of the pill itself. And so it's, oh man, I love this. I love this so much.
A way out, but I always seem to drown.
Is this all making sense, Ren?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. What I propose we do is we try to pinpoint the exact experiences
Oh, she's
from
the pig
past that are keeping you stuck. What can you tell me about your childhood?
I can't really think.
It's okay if nothing comes up right away.
So she just turned into the pig, which kind of leads into my theory that maybe the pig is, at least in this song, or maybe even in High Ren too, the pig is signifying Big Pharma, is signifying maybe not just Big Pharma, but the whole system as a whole. You know what I mean? Maybe the pig is symbolizing what the demons of society, not just the Big Pharma, but it's symbolizing the greed, the selfishness. So a pig is, gluttonous and greedy with their food. And so maybe that's the metaphor there. I don't know. There's so many layers to this. There's so many layers. And even in the instrument, he's using his, and I didn't mention this earlier, and I probably could have, but he's utilizing his, like he's mouthing a lot of the vocal instruments inside of the beat itself, and that in and of itself is bringing hip hop into it. Whereas this is a social commentary kind of song. It seems like, while it's still personalized to him, it is social commentary, and he's still bringing hip hop roots into this huge social commentary, which I guess hip hop as a whole is a social commentary. So I love Ren, man. There's so many layers to everything he does. Even the lighting in this, in the beginning, it's got this single down spotlight with the shadows kind of around the entire the entire frame of the video, and it's just adding to this isolation effect, and the whole video has kind of continued to do that, and I just love this. I love this so much.
What I'd like you to do is take some deep breaths with me. In and out.
She's the pig again.
Good. Now tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. We're given everything we need and we commoditize it. We consume, we destroy like we're parasitic. Science tells us that it's suicide and still we commit. I'm not sick, we are sick. We are standing on a cliff in the name of progress.
He says, I'm not sick, we are sick. We are standing on a cliff in the name of progress. We jump off the precipice. Oh my God. So it is totally a social commentary. It's a social commentary on Big Pharma and their ability to make cure-alls for certain diseases and their lack of motivation to do so because there's so much more money in a treatment. And it's been commoditized, pills, and here's another pill. Take another pill, she says as she slides him. And now he's so pissed off because he finally seems to get it. He seems to, in the song at least, understand what is actually being done behind the scenes. And he's pissed. He's throwing he's throwing the table. He's throwing the chairs. He's so angry about all of it for good reason too. And the beat has intensified. His inflections have intensified. It's so good.
We jump off the precipice. I'm not sick, I'm the virus. You're the virus, hypocrite. How can you sit there with that smile on?
I'm not sick. Wait, what does he say there? He says, I'm not sick, I'm the virus. You're the virus, hypocrite. Okay. So I like how he says, I'm not sick, I'm the virus. You're the virus, hypocrite. So he's talking about how he understands that he's got greed and stuff too. He's sick, he's human just like the rest of us. But the reason that he's sick isn't because of Lyme disease, which yes, obviously in reality that is a big reason why he's sick, but the reason he's still sick is society. It's society keeping him from getting better as opposed to just treating it. You know, it's so good. He's talking that shit right now. Ren is talking that shit, and I love it.
Sick, I'm the virus, you're the virus hypocrite. How can you sit there with that smile on and tell me that I'm sick? Sick boy, looking for a fix, boy. Push it down in public, quick pose for the big boy.
Push it down in public, quick polls for the pick boy. Okay, so I love that because, you know, he is sick. He is, and he's obviously always feeling the effects of this sickness. And you got to think of when he gets put out into public, when he's in front of people, when he's on stage, he feels like he has to hide these things. He's got to push it down. He has to appear, quote unquote, normal. You know what I mean? And I love how he does it because Ren is anything but normal. He is not a normal artist. He does not have normal tendencies. He even twitches. He does things with his body language. He does things with his facial expressions, with his voice that are just so outside of the norm. And yet inside, he still struggles with trying to appear normal due to his sickness, due to the sickness, due to the stuff affecting his body and his mind. Crazy.
Could label meetings that commodify your gift, boy. Why you so upset? Don't you wanna be a rich boy? Fuck no, industry is cutthroat.
Yes.
I've been doing bits by myself, swimming backstroke, walking on a tightrope, rapping with a slit throat. The way that we persist is like the ending of a bad joke. As the people evolve, we're complacent to assailants and we do what we're told.
Ooh, I like how he's changing up his vocal inflection here. It's kind of like he's bringing everything to a close. This is his concluding thoughts for the song. He's the entire song he's rapping aggressively. He's almost screaming at this therapist, and then now it's this a little bit higher pitched kind of conclusive voice, and I like how he did that.
We persist is like the ending of a bad joke. As the people evolve, we're complacent to assailants and we do what we're told. Counterintelligence, a sight to behold. Rape the earth of all resources and we bleed it for gold. And we bleed it for wealth, we bleed it for fame. But when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain?
We bleed it for wealth, we bleed it for fame. But when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain? That's because we're bleeding it for money, we're bleeding it for fame, we're bleeding it for societal status. And then what happens when you bleed it dry? What happens when there's nothing left? You know, who are you famous for? Where can you spend your money? What do all these things really get you in the end if you take away the thing that you're bleeding dry? It's such an interesting concept to ponder and knock around the old noggin.
Can you tell me what the fuck will remain? And I'm bleeding myself, I'm bleeding my brain. While I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, cause I'm doing the same.
When I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, cause I'm doing the same. See, so that goes back to, I'm not sick, I'm the virus, you're the virus, hypocrite. Like, he's admitting his own faults. He's admitting that, yeah, all he fucking wants to do is get better, and to some that might seem selfish, but there's the other side of it where he's just a human, you know. He should get better. He should want to get better. That's just human, and you should never feel selfish for wanting to get better when you're sick. But he's playing on that, you know. He has selfish tendencies too. He does have greedful tendencies, and yet at the same time, so does society. It's human nature. He's kind of bringing it back to human nature is greed. Human nature is selfish. Human nature wants wealth, societal status. You know, we want to be the top ones on the hierarchy. And I'm sure that inside he's not that different from us, or from the people that he's talking about in the video. But I feel like people in that position of, you know, big pharma and stuff like this, because to me, I feel very strongly about big pharma and stuff like that. My brother Alex Hogue passed away from a rare disease called Proteus syndrome when I was very young, and so my mom started the Proteus Syndrome Foundation, and we've had to deal with big pharma in a lot of senses, trying to find the treatment, which we did find a treatment for, and we're still working on a cure. But the thing is it's not FDA approved yet, right? The treatment for this isn't FDA approved. So we have these kiddos that have Proteus syndrome in these trials, and they're able to get the treatment that they need during these trials. But as soon as it gets FDA approved and it becomes FDA regulated and all of these things, it's it's going to become so much more fucking expensive for these children that live in third world countries even, you know, to get this medicine. And so it's almost like we don't even want it to get FDA approved because it will just skyrocket the price because that's what Big Pharma does, you know? And so this song in and of itself, I connect with this song because it's talking about that. You know, I wonder how much of that went through my own brother's head. Now, granted, he was only 9 years old when he passed away. He probably didn't understand all of the societal, you know, the societal tendencies of it and things like that. But man, this song really, really makes you think. Man, I think we picked a good one. I think we picked a good one to start off the Ren rabbit hole with, as you guys seem to like to call it. So 10 out of 10, love the song. Very, very good stuff. Very, very powerful message. I love the production. I love the music video. I just love all around what Ren does. And I said it on P's podcast, and I'll say it again. You know, Ren is so good at utilizing all of these different things: production, music video, like the videography, the lighting, the actual vocal tendencies, the delivery, the chords that he's fucking using, just all of it, the songwriting, all of it adds up into this picture that he's trying to create. You know what I mean? And I said it before, I'll say it again. Ren is not just painting on a canvas. He's painting the entire fucking room, you know? And I just think that's fascinating. I think that's great. I so excited to react to more. So if I'm not mistaken, Animal Flow by Ren will be dropping here in about 30 minutes from the time that I recorded this. And I think that I'm going to react to that one too. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, I'm just some dude in my apartment reacting to stuff. You know, I'm not an expert in any of these fields. I definitely know a bit about stuff. And so if you enjoyed the reaction, if you enjoyed the vibe of this, fucking, let's rock, dude. Fucking hit that subscribe button, dude. My guy, I appreciate you, okay? Be sure to drop a like on this. This is the first video of this channel. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put some video links in the boxes, wherever those go. So that, you know, you can just check out some of my music and stuff if you guys are interested, okay? I appreciate you. You guys have a good rest of your day, okay? Peace, love, prosperity, all that Spock shit, my guys. Peace out.